Hi, Emma. How are you?
Hi, Joe.
Really happy to have you here and happy to have you as an expert in my group. I know you're going to help lots of ladies. So, without further ado, tell us who you are and what you do and how you can help the ladies.
So I'm Emma. I'm a belief coding facilitator, and I can help the ladies by uncovering any of their triggers, any of their hidden beliefs, trapped emotions that they may have, which obviously will affect the menopause symptoms.
So, how would that work? Can you tell us a bit about? Oh, I've got an echo there. Can you hear the echo?
No,
No, maybe
no,
it's my
not
side.
good.
So, explain to us how that will work because for a lot of people, I mean, I know now, but only a few months ago, I had no clue what a belief coder was. And I was like, well, how can that help ladies with their symptoms? So,
Yeah,
can you explain a little bit about it and then tell us how you got into it yourself?
yeah. So the belief is that all the symptoms within your, oh, sorry, I knocked my table. Symptoms that ladies have, whether it's brain fog, anxiety related to the menopause, aches, the muscle aches, pain within the body, whatever the symptoms are, can be caused through a trapped emotion within their body. Obviously, our bodies, as many of us may be aware, prefers to feel pain to a negative emotion. So negative emotions can be transferred to pain, can be transferred to brain fog. Like I say, many of the symptoms that we go through during the menopause. What we do as a belief coding facilitator is we get to the, or I get to the root of where those trapped emotions come from. So belief coding takes you down the process of where it was caused in your generally childhood. We get to the cause of it, we work with the subconscious to transform it, which then transforms the symptoms that you're displaying in the here and now. Right.
That amazes me how we can like connect menopause to our thought process because medically obviously we're talking about fluctuating hormones, so I'm just trying to be the person who, yeah, devil's
Yeah,
advocate, exactly. The ladies who are watching it, they'll be like, well, how is that possible?
yeah, yeah.
So
So the way I would describe it to ladies is, why does one lady experience it more than another lady? The general answer would be presumed to be the fluctuation in hormones. But what happens if the hormones are fluctuating the same? The same as pain. Why does somebody feel pain more than somebody else, even though they might have the same injury? Because we all experience things at a different level. With regard to how it ties in to the menopause, if you think of your brain fog, your brain's becoming overwhelmed, your brain doesn't want to process what's going on moving forward in your life. Things become clouded, things become overwhelming. So we uncover as to why you're feeling that way and when that will have stemmed, where it's came from, and we work with that memory from, like I say, from childhood. So I've worked with ladies, to give you a quick example, that had a lot of anxiety that was based around menopause, moving forward in that next stage of your life. It's the loss of losing who you are, because a lot of us are mums.
yeah,
That's what we know, that's what we love. That's certainly why I became involved in what I'm doing, because you felt lost.
right,
You
that
felt
was my
lost,
next
you'd lost
question.
your purpose. You'd lost your purpose, and you can't move forward in life. So
Yeah,
the
lots
anxiety
of
kicks in.
ladies. I
Yeah.
know. Once they hit menopause, lots of ladies start feeling like that. So that was my next question. Is
You've lost
that's
your identity. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember feeling like that, exactly like that myself.
Yeah.
So that's what led you down this path of being a
Ah,
belief in.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I felt a few years ago, I felt like I'd lost my purpose. I didn't know who I was anymore. So I'm a mum of five,
Wow,
single mum of five as well.
wow.
Yeah. And it got to the stage where my children were older, they were leaving home. One of them has, or went through a really traumatic experience medically. So one of my daughters, when she was 6, was diagnosed with a brain tumor.
Wow.
So we went through a lot of the medical route with her. Life, obviously, that took over a large part of our life. she's absolutely fine. She's doing fine. She's still got it, but she's brilliant and she just gets on with life. But it got to the point where even that side of life had quietened down. So we didn't need to deal with that either. So it was kind of, who was I now? I wasn't needed as a carer. The kids were excelling. They were doing their own thing. They were moving out. It was, who was I? I didn't know who I was anymore.
Yeah.
And I actually stood in Tenerife on holiday. I've got an image somewhere, and I just asked, what is my purpose? What am I meant to be doing? And that very night, I went on back at the hotel. I went online, and belief coding was there.
Oh, really?
So I took that as a massive sign, as this is what you need to be doing. Yeah, so I trained, and I've never looked back. I absolutely love it, because you meet women. Obviously, I work with clients from children, male, females. Obviously, I'm now going down the route of my ideal client being perimenopause, menopausal ladies. I'm on the research team for belief coding, so there's a lot of research going in about it, which I know I told you about. So that's exciting.
Can you tell the ladies a little bit about that while we've got you here? To tell us a bit more about that. Yeah.
So apologies if you can hear my cat. She's the other side of the door crying to come in. So the research is, obviously, a lot of them won't be aware, as you've said, about belief coding. So belief coding at the end of last year was scientifically proven. So it's now going in all the medical journals, which is so exciting. It's been proven to be the quickest modality out there because it works with the long-term memory. So it rewires your brain in the real term and it goes in the long term. So you don't need it repeating over and over, which is great. The research that I'm working with is around how belief coding can help ladies going through the perimenopause and the menopause, how it can reduce the symptoms, how it can alleviate the symptoms. So it's basically trying to prove through all these ladies that this is how it's working, this is what it's helping with. If we work on one symptom, does it alleviate another symptom? So that we can gather all the information to get that put in the medical journals, so that ladies don't always have to turn to the HRT, or in other cases, the sertraline that they get prescribed, or whatever other medication the doctors give them. They can look at the holistic side of it. So
yeah. Combine everything is always good, isn't it? A bit of everything. Well, I think that's amazing, and I believe from listening to that solving one symptom through belief coding is going to naturally have a knock-on effect to help the other symptoms. So take anxiety, for example. If you could help someone with anxiety, their whole body is more relaxed and stress-free. Therefore, it's going to help with hot flushes, brain fog, and all the rest of it. It's that
it's a cycle, isn't it, that we get stuck in. So I know one of the ladies was like, it was brain fog, but the brain fog made the anxiety worse. The anxiety then made the sleep worse. So it's that one goes on to the other, goes on to the other. So working with one will. So that's what we're in the middle of at the minute, which is honestly so exciting. Yeah. It's going to be a new way. It's going to be a new way for ladies, and especially ladies. So yesterday I was actually chatting with somebody who's in 5 years remission for breast cancer. So she can't have HRT.
Yeah, there's a lot of women.
Yeah. So it's like, for her, there's going to be an alternative.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to just, in her words, put up with the symptoms.
Yeah, and there's lots of ladies who feel like left behind because they can't. Yeah. But there's so many more things they can do, and belief coding being one of them. Yeah. That's, hope for a lot of ladies. Go on.
I also think as well, a lot of, this is just my personal opinion, a lot of women out there, so I've got a couple of friends who, they embraced the menopause. They're seeing it as this whole new amazing chapter, this whole new life they were going to lead. And their symptoms, one of them didn't even have any symptoms. She just sailed through it. And I think a lot of that, I'm becoming more aware that our belief around how the menopause is going to affect us can play a part as well.
Yeah,
so that's exciting.
And sometimes reading all the scary stories can sit in your mind and your brain, and you believe that's going to happen, and then it does happen.
Yeah,
I believe that as well. I mean, I'm all for the healthy diets, the exercise, the good sleep.
Yeah.
But I think if we can try so many different things, because everyone's unique, and the more help they have out there, the more options ladies have, the better.
Oh, without doubt. Yeah.
Reason
And
I'm
it's
really
pulling them all together, isn't it? To say you've got this option, this option, this option, but combined, it's going to be powerful. It's
yeah,
going to be powerful. Like I saw the post that you'd put out earlier. Haven't voted yet, but I did see it, and I thought, yeah, that combination of bringing everyone, which is what you're doing within the group, to bring all the different coaches together from all various areas. That to me it is huge for women. It is absolutely huge for women to have.
Something in the background. I haven't mentioned it yet to anyone, but I'm working on something in the background that's going to be really...
I guess that by the poll. But that's all right, all in good time.
And I'm really happy for our future generation who are going to know all this stuff before perimenopause is even, you know, on their radar. So they're going to be prepared for it, and they're going to know, and they're going to ease into it, and it's going to be a whole different story for them. So throughout the generations, I mean, our like great grandparents' generation, a lot of the ladies were passing away when menopause hit. So it didn't, you know, matter so much for them.
Yeah.
And then I remember my mum suffering, but not knowing what it is. I had a rough perimenopause and then educated myself. And now it's all being spoken about more. And we have all these modalities. The next generation are going to breeze through it. So that's what excites me.
Like we just said, then it's societal beliefs. If you can change people's beliefs around the menopause to be a transition to that next chapter, that new exciting next chapter.
Yeah.
It all helps. It all helps. Yeah.
Well, thank you for giving me your time today, Emma. I'm going to upload this interview onto our YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, and then post it into the group as well for everyone to find out who you are and what you do.
Yeah, thank you.
Time. Take care. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy the rest of the day.
I will. Thanks, Jo.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye.